Hello everyone, welcome to CodeSoft. In this video, we are going to talk about the case statement in SQL. So let's get started. Now, case statement, if you are familiar with any one of the programming language, you will know that a case statement is actually used to serve multiple conditions inside it, right? So the same use case of case statement is present in SQL also. So the case statement goes through conditions present in it and returns a value whenever the first condition is met, right? So what happens is that if you see the syntax here that is written on this slide, we first write the case keyword, then inside the case keyword we mention a lot of conditions that we actually want, right? And then the MySQL starts checking each condition one by one, and whenever it finds any particular condition is getting true, it prints the corresponding output, right? And at the end we just mention the end keyword, right? So this is the syntax of the case statement, and the keyword that we use with case statement is the when then keyword, right? So inside when we write the condition, and if that condition is true, anything written inside then is actually getting printed, right? So this is similar to any English language, right? When this is true, then that will happen. So something like this, it happens in case statement, right? So to actually illustrate this, I will talk about a problem from Hackerrank. And if you talk about SQL, so SQL problems in a Hackerrank are very good, and along with them you can also check out lead code problem. So SQL querying part is very good, and very good problems are actually present in both of these sites, so you can actually check out. I'm picking one problem from Hackerrank. So the name of the problem is type of triangle. So this is the problem. I will just illustrate that problem to you. So what it says is that a table is present and it is having three fields, that is A, B and C, and A, B, C are sides of a particular triangle, right? And what it says is that check, so there are a lot of records of ABC, right? So there are thousands of rows in which different values of ABC are present, and different that represents different triangles, right? Now we actually have to look at each particular record, and then we need to classify it that whether it is a triangle, and if it is a triangle then it is an equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle or scalene triangle. So you need to revisit some concepts of your maths also regarding the triangles. So I will just give you the brief of it, and it is also written here also. So the condition of equilateral triangle is that all the three sides should be equal. Similarly, isosceles, two sides should be equal, and in scalene all the sides are not equal. And for a particular triangle to be a triangle, it has to fulfill the condition that sum of any two sides should be greater than the third side. If this does not happen for all the three values, then the particular set of values is not a triangle, right? So here we will use our case condition. So what we will do is we will pick one, we will just apply a select keyword, and inside that we will write our case statement, and then we will check all the three values and then create cases, different cases for each of the one, right? So for example, we will create one case for equilateral triangle, one case for isosceles, one for scalene, and one for not a triangle. So let's just go to our MySQL server and start writing this query. So first we need to mention that we are selecting anything. So whenever we are fetching any output, we actually have to put the select keyword. After that we will start our case keyword. We will open the case keyword, and here we will write our conditions, and then we will end it. So this actually ends our case statement. And after the ending part, we are actually looking that we have opened a select statement, and we have to end the select statement by actually writing from table name. So table name mentioned here is triangle. So this is the table name. I will just copy this and I will paste this. So this is my basic schema of this particular query. Now here I have to write multiple conditions. So for that I just have to write when and then. And so let's take the first case of Let's take the first case of equilateral triangle. So for equilateral triangle, what we actually want is that all the three sides should be equal, right? So what we have to do is we just have to check when A equals to B and B equals to C, right? So whenever these conditions, both of these conditions will be true, when A equal to B and B equal to C, then just print that it is an equilateral triangle. So I just mentioned that whenever the condition inside when will be true, then anything written inside then will be actually printed. So equilateral will be printed, equilateral is getting printed, and this becomes our first condition. The next condition will be that when A equal, so let's just check the second condition of isosceles. So for isosceles, any two sides should be equal. So when A equal to B or B equal to C or C equals to A. So I have mentioned an OR keyword between them so that if any one case in all of these is true, then will be printed. So then we just need to mention isosceles, right? And now the third statement is when we will just mention the condition of a not equal triangle, right? So I just mentioned that when a triangle is not a triangle, it actually has to specify the condition that any sum of any two sides should be greater than the third side. If it does not satisfy that condition, it is not a triangle. So we will just create that case. So if A plus B is less than equal to C, or A plus C is less than equal to B, or B plus C is less than equal to A. So if any of these three conditions is true, then it is not a triangle, right? So what we are actually doing is we are checking that the sum of any two sides should not be greater than equal. If this is actually happening, then the specified is not a triangle. So if any else condition is left, we will mention it inside else. So if any of these conditions is not specified, then that means that the triangle is actually a scalene triangle, right? So let's just run the code, and it is saying congratulations. If I submit this code and my test cases are getting printed, so the answer is correct and we have got the points that we wanted. So this is how we can use the case statement to actually create certain conditions within our code base, within our SQL query, and actually get the output that we want to fetch. So I hope that's clear with you. You can try out more problems from HackerRank and Lead Code. And that's all with this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to add more festoons into your knowledge garland. Until then, please keep subscribing.